Trump's upcoming nominee to the Supreme Court. And in the arsenal as of this morning, maybe another impeachment inquiry. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is not ruling that out as a way to delay a Senate vote as much as possible. And if Democrats are not able to block the nominee, some are threatening to retaliate if they win Senate control in November. So let's talk about some of those options that you see right there with Senator Tim Kaine, Democrat from Virginia, who joins me now. Senator Kaine, great to have you back on the show. Thanks for making the time this morning.
Thanks, Hallie. Glad to.
So let's start on that topic of a potential impeachment. Would you support impeaching either President Trump or Attorney General Bill Barr as a way to essentially delay the Senate on a vote for the president's court nominee?
Foolish idea. I can't see virtually any Senate Democrats agreeing with it.
Okay, so that seems off the table. What about the idea of, if you win a Senate majority next year and Republicans do get this nomination through, adding more seats to the Supreme Court?
I'm not playing an if game. What I'm doing, Hallie, is asking Republicans to be true to their word. We urged them in 2016, look, let's have a normal process on Merrick Garland. You can vote yes or no. We don't know whether he'll get the votes. And they decided that they would announce a brand new rule that we won't take up a nomination in the last year of a presidential term. And they said, in the words of Lindsey Graham, Judiciary Committee Chair, hold me to my words. I want you to use them against me. When there's a Republican president, we'll do the same thing. So I'm just asking, are there 4 Republicans who are willing to keep their word to the American public? We shouldn't be pursuing action on any nominee until after Inauguration Day. I don't care if it's Judge Judy or Aaron Judge. There should be no action on any nominee until after the election. People are already voting. I voted in Virginia on Friday. All over this country, votes are being cast. We shouldn't have any action on any nominee.
I want to ask you more about that idea of where your Republican colleagues stand. But, Senator, I understand you don't want to talk hypotheticals, but this is potentially a reality here. I want to just ask you where you are on these positions, either adding seats to the Supreme Court, maybe eliminating the Senate filibuster, potentially, as has been discussed, statehood, perhaps for D.C. and Puerto Rico. Are any of those options things that you would take off the table besides, as you've already said in this interview, the idea of impeaching either the president or the attorney general?
Hallie, you can ask me hypotheticals, but that doesn't mean I'm focused on them. I'm focused on trying to convince Republicans to keep their word to the American public. I don't want Republicans to try to destroy the Senate as an institution or the Supreme Court as an institution. If they decide to violate their promises and violate their principles and just say, well, the only thing that matters is raw power. If you got the votes, you can do whatever you want. I don't think that's going to work out well for them, and I don't think it's going to work out well for the American public. So I just hope some of them will keep their word.
Have you spoken with any privately, Senator, or is the appeal that you're making basically a public one through the airwaves, through media, et cetera?
Public and private. There are a number who I think care about the institution and care about the court, the institution of the Senate and the court, that I hope will just stand up and agree that the precedent that they so loudly proclaimed 2 years ago should be followed. Now, obviously, Senators Collins and Murkowski have done that already. So I'm hoping that there are more, because there's so much at stake. Look, President Trump, since his first day in office, he was like Captain Ahab hunting Moby Dick. He wants to kill the Affordable Care Act. He's tried every way he could administratively with the vote that Senator McCain helped us win on, and in the courts, to take health insurance away from tens of millions of people. He'll want to find a Supreme Court justice who will help him do that. That would be a horrible thing under any circumstance, but especially in the midst of a global pandemic that, because of his own mismanagement, has led to now 200,000 deaths, many of which were unnecessary.
You talk about how you want your Republican colleagues to basically hold to their own words. That's something you just mentioned. But I have to ask you, in 2016, when Merrick Garland's nomination was